I think stream just started. Hey guys, this is day 14 of trying to get a software engineering internship. We are 2 weeks in, well, like 2 weeks worth of videos um, in our journey, and we're at about 578 subscribers. We're on the road to 1K, so we're almost 60% there. I want to hit 600 subscribers by tonight, so if you guys could smash that subscribe button, that would be awesome. Today we're gonna work on a new project, so we're moving on from the stock predictor. We mostly finished that last time. I'm just gonna work on some UI on the homepage. But today I'm gonna start with some React. I'm gonna learn some fundamentals of React, and then we're gonna build a project using that, something like swiftbucket.com by Amin Bagiri. Something simple, nothing too complex, but like showing like the use of React and just making something normal from it, showing the journey of learning a completely new framework and language. So I'm using this React tutorial for beginners by programming with Mosh. And I'm just looking at the project structure. One of the viewers from the past couple of streams, I had a meeting with them, and they showed me how to set up my React app. Now I forgot how to exactly do it. I forgot how to exactly run my React app. I don't fully recall. How do I run my app? Yeah, I guess I gotta ask Chat GPT. That's not a great look on my end. Stream started a bit late today, but we ball, we ball. Um, how do I run my React app? So I got the basic React app down and stuff. Okay, Yarn. Yeah, I have Yarn. CD path to your project, NP. I think I have all these already. Uh, what was it? How do I? Oh, we have 3 viewers. Hey guys, if you're watching the stream, we're just working on React. It's my first time actually using React, and I'm just trying to figure out how to run this. If anyone knows, if you could help me out in chat, or if you have any questions in chat, please do say something. Did anyone say something in chat by any chance? Because it says that someone said something in chat, but I can't see anything. Oh, Foxy Pants says, "What's good, G?" Nothing much, bro. Just working on some React. What about you? Nice to hear from you. I think this is the first time you've tuned in, if I'm not mistaken. Yo, what's up? Says Luis Ochoa or Okoa. Please correct me if I'm wrong, although I don't know how you can correct me in chat. But nothing much, man. Again, we're just working on some React. I'm working on your wife. That's crazy. That is crazy. But yeah, Lucas, I'm chilling. How are you? I got a question. Are you in a school? If you, what's your major, and are you a junior or etc.? Yeah, I am in school, and my major is computer science, and then I am a, is it sophomore? I think it's sophomore. What does sophomore mean? The year before my final year. I think that's sophomore. Second year, okay, not sophomore then. I think, yeah, I'm a junior. Or I'm going into my junior year. I just need to run the TSX. Bro, why you so mean? How am I mean, bro? You're the one saying you're working on my wife, bro. That's crazy. This guy, this Foxy guy. I feel like I know you or something. Like, do I know you? Yo, someone gotta help me friggin' get to this. I guess I could change my directory to my packages. Packages. And now I'm in packages. Potentially. Yeah, I feel like I know you. I don't know though. Let's go to your channel. See, 61 subscribers. No, I definitely don't know you. What are you trying to do? I'm working on a React, making an app with React. I'm just trying to run the code though. Anton Shtupliski, npm start, check your scripts in package.jstar. So you're just saying npm start. No, this ain't doing nothing. Check your, what did you say? Check your scripts in package.json. I mean, there's a bunch of package.jsons, right? But this one is one of them. I have these, all of these. I forgot how to run it. It's Cameron Brody. Oh shit. Dude, you have 61 subscribers? I didn't even know. Bro had a whole ass YouTube channel. Is this your first time tuning in, Cameron? Dude, someone gotta tell me how to run this. npm run dev. npm run dev. I think I have to Leet Code today, says you. Maybe. Depends how long we're on stream, but I want to focus on working on React today. Bro, someone gotta explain how the hell to get here, bro. I'm still confused. Running the app, assuming for something like this. Your sort of should look something like this. Ish says no idea. Bro didn't even recognize. I thought we were brothers. Dude, we are. I didn't know your name was Foxy. Oliver Hubbard says, "What's up, bro? Nothing much, man. What about you? Nice to have you back on stream. Seventh time in a row tuning in. I appreciate that." Lucas Okoa says, "Nice. I'm a computer engineer. I'm a junior, but only done all the school prereq like English and Chem because of early college. Trying to get an internship currently as well. So far, only learned object-oriented programming at school. That's really good to hear. That's good to hear. Yeah, man. No, that's good. Just keep working on your skills and hopefully you get that internship." Anton says CD into the client folder first. Yeah, maybe you're right. That's what I recall having to do. CD client. And then you said npm run dev. Nice, we got it. Perfect. Yeah, we got our local host. I got no one to pick me up when I'm at my lowest. I'm out. I thought you were a real one. Bro, what are you Bro trolling too much. Okay, this is the React app. Thank you, Anton, for showing me how to get there. Count. I built an increment thing. Or I think does this come with it? Does it come with the thing they give you anyways in the app.tsx? I think it does. Or maybe I wrote it. I don't know. But the thing I heard with React is really cool. That's really cool. Is like you don't even have to do the inspect element stuff. I could just go. Okay, no, I shouldn't put that. Lol. And then I'll change on this. Where'd it go? What the hell? The hell? Where'd it go? Like it'll change on the spot. Like if I wanted to like rob, it changes, right? So that's really cool about React, which is why I want to learn it. But I do have to get the fundamentals down first. So I think Anton, you've already kind of used React, if I'm not mistaken. So We can take tips from Anton as well, and then also watch any videos necessary. So
We have.
I'm trying. Does anyone have a good tutorial to use for React or any tips? Because I'm thinking of using this, like something like this, but I'm not too sure. Like, what do you guys think? Is this the right thing to use, or what do you guys think? Or should I just use like GPT, like the can you teach me React fundamentals or something? React fundamentals. Also, guys, if you haven't subscribed already, I'm on the road to 800. So, sorry, not to 1K, and I want to hit 600 by tonight. So, if you guys could subscribe, I'd really appreciate that. Foxy Pants says keep up the shit. Been watching a couple times. Big W. Appreciate that, Cameron. Appreciate that. Yeah, we're growing well, man. Alhamdulillah, we're going really well. Anton says he's pretty good with React. Anton, who's pretty good if you want video content? So you recommend programming with Mosh? I feel like it's probably better to watch him off stream though, maybe. Or do you guys mind if I just watch him like on stream? Let's see what GPT says. So GPT says install if you are working with your app that uses TypeScript, you need to run the app which has entire file name. Follow these steps. Ensure you have TypeScript installed. I think I do. Pedro Tech. Pedro Tech React. We'll see what he says. Who Pedro Tech is? Pedro Tech React. Maybe my comment got signed. If it was a link, then YouTube just by itself takes it away. So okay, how to learn React in 2024 React roadmap.
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video, I'm going to talk a little bit about the approach that I would take if I was going to learn React in 2024. So in this video, I'm going to spend a brief amount of time explaining why React is important and why I think you should learn it. Then I'm going to present you guys with a list of topics that are...
Listen, with me, we don't listen to Yap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here because I don't care about no intros.
Think are obsolete and you could skip right over if you're going to learn React in 2024. Now the list is appearing right now on the screen, but I'll briefly explain each one of them. The first one being class components. If you've learned anything about React, you've probably seen that class components used to be the way you would write components, but I believe like in 2019, 2018, that already became obsolete because of the introduction of hooks and functional components. So I learned React around 2019. So I already started from the portion where we already had to learn functional components instead of class components. And I can tell you that it is way easier. In my opinion, you'll just waste time if you're watching tutorials that use class components because it's outdated. No one who's starting a project will use it nowadays, but that doesn't mean that you should never learn class components and older React styles, because if you end up working on a company that has legacy code, most likely they won't have the resources to actually rewrite their whole code base. So if you end up getting a situation like that, then for sure learn it, but leave it for the very end, because at that point, you've learned all the essential stuff and you're just learning time, not that much. Understanding why you're even doing this, right? Patient. The reason why you would even want to learn React as opposed to any other library is the mere fact that there's better. And learning React will just add a new skill set that will open up a lot of opportunities that you currently don't have. So it's definitely something that I think you guys can benefit from learning.
I will see what
The approach of how I would actually learn, because a lot of people have been watching tutorials and I can't get out of this specific trends where I'm just watching tutorials and I'm actually not gaining anything. So I want to give you guys my perspective on it. Back when I learned React, there weren't that many super long videos on YouTube. So if you see YouTubers like myself making videos on YouTube, we might have videos which were like...
Bro, low-key this video, Yap. I guess we could watch this.
Hey guys, how's it going?
What is React? How to set up a React project? I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? What is the best way to learn React? Okay, he has some short videos. That's kind of cool. Setting up a React app. I think I already did that.
A bunch of... and I won't even go this as valuable as possible. And
So let's see what
Hey guys, how's it going?
how to do components and props. Um, so we'll try to add something to that template app we already generated. Okay, wait. I'm going too fast. Aditya says, I usually have done Next.js projects, but you can use Vite plain React.js. Well, Vite for plain React.js. We're already using Vite, Aditya. Create React app has become deprecated. Why do you say so? You don't recommend React? You recommend Next.js?
Of some sort of function that is returned inside of a return statement of some sort of JavaScript function. So what exactly does this benefit us? Well, think about it this way. You've probably used some sort of template JavaScript language that allows you to put JavaScript inside of HTML, but with JSX, it's very simple. For example, we have over here our hello world being displayed, which as you can see, it just displays hello world in our screen. But if I want to, for example, create some sort of variable, let me call it name, and I set it equal to Pedro, which is my name, right? I can do this. This is inside of a function, so I can just declare variables. But if I want to display Pedro in
You all say Foxy Pan says Next.js better. Most of the job postings I see though, they ask for React a lot more than Next.js. But maybe that's just
inside of my UI or inside of my div, what I can do is I can just delete this hello world and I can just open and close curly braces. And what I'm saying here is that I'm going to be putting some JavaScript inside of this div or inside of this, and I'm saying with quotes HTML because this is not HTML, this is called JSX. So whenever I say JSX, just know that I'm talking about this whole kind of syntax over here, which includes the JavaScript and the HTML. So what exactly I can do here is I can just display the name, and what it will do is it will get this string and just put it inside of the div.
React
so if I say
good, but create React app as a starter to start a new React like Vite. Next.js is a meta framework on top of React, but it has some issues since it is tied to Vercel. Right. Okay. I understand what you mean.
Save this and I come over here, you'll see that my name is being displayed. String and just put it inside of the.
Okay, so he's making a function app. Okay, wait, let's just combine these two so I can like actually like work with the code. So here I have a function app, and then this does the set count. Maybe I can make another const name, and then that equals to my name, Talha. And then first React code I've ever written. And then we return, I guess we're returning this, right? But I can add maybe I add like, what do I add? I could add name anywhere, really. I could add my name right here. Name. Oh, I can't? Then what if I do, yeah, I guess smaller header and then that. And then let's see what that does. Welcome Talha. Awesome. Okay, wrote some React code for the first time in my life. So we got this welcome Talha counter. Nice. Let's try to make I mean, for now we can just focus on what he's saying about the components. It has to be in brackets. Got you. Okay, so if I just did like if I didn't even do this, and I just did this, that works too. Let's see what that does. Okay, makes sense. Hardest part with React is state management with a lot of states. Got you. So yeah, if anyone here has ever been curious about learning new languages, I mean, you guys are seeing it right now. I'm completely learning React for the first time ever, and yeah, I'm just going for it, right? Like, I'm not wasting time. I'm not procrastinating. I'm just saying, fuck it, let's do it, which I think is the best way to learn. But let's keep going. So
the div. So if I save this and I come over here, you'll see that my name is being displayed. So what I want to try out with this is I want to play a little bit more with this. So why is this cool? Well, because obviously if I want to have multiple instances of this variable, I could just do something like this. I can just declare name
Sean
inside
D
of a.
says, yo, what's good, Sean D? Nice to have you here again, man.
For example, a header tag like this, and I can just copy and paste this 3 times, and I don't need to rewrite that in Pedro because the variable will represent it for me. And I can just come to my Chrome, and you can see that.
So we can do this like 3 times. So if I copied this, and I just was like, yeah, I just want to keep doing it, bop, bop, bop. And he's saying, okay, I guess in this case I didn't do the, how do do a new line?
Get display objects, I can just declare name because the variable will represent it.
I have to do the header one stuff, h1. So I'll do that right now. A clip says finally someone not using nvim. I appreciate that. I don't even know what nvim is, but at least I'm not using it. Okay, let's try this. So this should do my name in like 3 different lines, like Talha, Talha, Talha. So let's see. Awesome. And then if I want to change the like size, I would do H2. I mean, I'm getting an error right now, but, and then H2, and then H2. Awesome. Okay. We cooking, boys. We cooking right now. Also, if you guys are new here, bro, smash the subscribe button. Lizron says, yo, let's go. Yo, Luke, I think your name is Lucas. I'm just gonna call you Lucas. Lucas is the one who actually got me started with React. So props to him, Lucas. I'm just working on like changing a couple things, you know, looking at the tutorials and everything. I'm watching a Pedro text tutorial. Can you FT me after the stream? I got some stuff I want to talk about. Yeah, I got you, bro. I'll put that in my reminders just to call you after this. But yeah, you guys can see I'm cooking right now with the with learning this React stuff, so that's good. I'm enjoying. But yeah, if you guys are new here, bro, please smash the subscribe button, man. I'd appreciate any more subscriptions. I want to hit 800 subscribers today. So sorry, 600 subscribers today. So that would be really cool if you guys could subscribe if you're obviously enjoying the content. But yeah, let's start cooking, guys. Just I had to quickly do something. Pull me up if you're struggling with a concept or something. Yeah, for sure, bro. I got you. I got you, Lucas. Alright, let's keep watching it.
Did for me, and I can just come to my Chrome, and you can see that Pedro is being displayed in our screen. So you can get an idea of why this is cool, right? But that's not all you can do. Right here, name is just a string, right? And that's cool and all. We have to declare our h1 tag every time we want to declare a name. But what if we don't want to do this? What if we want to just, by default, say that the name variable is already a header tag? Well, you can do that because with JSX, like I mentioned, you can mix JavaScript with HTML. So any variable can actually be represented by some sort of HTML or JSX element. So instead of name being a string, it can actually be a header tag with the name Pedro.
Oh, yo, that's sick. I didn't even realize. What the fuck? That's actually so cool. So I can just put this as some HTML code. I don't even gotta worry about changing anything. I could just change name to like my name, I'm guessing. Shandi, I did some HTML stuff on free code camp today, bro. That's awesome to hear, man. I'm glad you're working on your skills, trying to improve. That's sick, bro. I want everyone in chat to, if you guys are returning viewers, you gotta tell me your progress, bro, because that's the whole point of this stuff. So if you guys aren't telling me your progress, then why are you watching? Because this isn't for you guys to watch me do stuff. This is for all of us to improve together. But if you guys see, that's so sick. Like I can just put some HTML into a variable and then I can just reuse that without having to write useless constant HTML. That's actually so sick.
Like this. I can say over here, Pedro. or I'll put it normally like this. And now instead of saying name 3 times inside of an h1 tag, I can just say name 3 times like this.
So I have to
And
do that.
I'll just put it twice because you guys will get the point. But you'll see that it still is an h1 tag. It's not a normal, I don't know, p tag or a normal string inside of our a website. It's an actual header tag. So this is really cool.
Sick,
you can see how this can be really useful, and it will be really useful later on. But this is kind of the introduction I wanted to give to you guys of what exactly JSX is. It's just a mix between JavaScript and HTML.
Nice. I did some Python as well, bro. That's awesome. What type of Python? Like what did you do with Python? And yeah, reusable. That's the best part about React. It's just reusing components and stuff. It makes stuff so much easier. I gotta learn React soon too. Yeah, 100%. I recommend that, bro. Like my biggest mistake is not learning something like
Which
React.
allows
It makes things so much easier.
to put JavaScript variables and logic inside of your UI. Now, this is really cool, right? But imagine if we want to create some sort of, I don't know, some sort of, imagine this is a website and we have a div over here.
Lucas says, I set up a Rabbit MQ broker client today and did an abstraction for creating an event producer and event consumer for event-driven architecture. So struggling with it though. Bro, at least you're trying, man. Like the fact that you're putting in that much effort is just always great to hear. And with code, you always get there in the end. Somehow, some way, maybe it takes days or nights, but you get there in the end. So that's always sick about just being a coder and coding and all that. I made a file organizer with Python, followed a tutorial though, so not really a solo thing. Bro, that's still good though. You're still putting in effort, so don't even like say that, bro. Like it's still like I'm watching a tutorial right now, but I'm still learning, right? So that's the most important part. Thank you, bro. No worries, bro. I got you.
Which is displaying something like information about a user, right, or a person. Well, I could create variables like name, like this, and I could just say Pedro. I could also create some variable called age and just display it as a h2 tag just to make it different. And just say, for example, I'm 21, and I don't know, I'm gonna put one more thing, probably email, as just as an example, but we want to describe an email and say something like pedro@pedro.com, something like this, right? Well, I could put all of these variables inside of this div, like we did before, and say age like this, and then email like this, and it will be displayed in our screen, right? We can see it over here. But what if we want to have multiple instances of this user in our screen? Well, we can just copy and paste this, obviously, a bunch of times, and that would be cool, as you can see over here. Now, the thing is, this is very ugly. You can see our code is becoming bigger and bigger every time we do this. You might argue that we can just create something like this, user, and set it equal to one of this, right? This whole thing, and then just display it a bunch of times inside of here, because this is something I mentioned to you guys, right? I said that you can just store UI inside of a variable, and you can just display user, and then how many times you want, right? And this will work, as you can see over here. It will work if I come to my browser. You can see it is displaying each user a bunch of times, which is great. But there's a better way to do this, right? If you look at here, we're storing all of this UI stuff, all of this JSX or HTML inside of a variable. You might also notice that it was automatically input here, a parentheses around this. And I'll go over more of that later, but just know that because this takes up more than one line in our code, because obviously we can put all of this into one line, but this is currently taking up more than one line, we have to surround it with parentheses. That's just something I wanted to mention. You see it over here as well. It's just part of how the syntax works. But you see, we're storing all of this UI into a single variable. But there's a way better way of doing this, which is more important, and you'll be using a lot of it throughout your code, right, throughout your projects, which is using a...
Let's see what chat says. Aditya says, yeah, I think it's good to first learn HTML, CSS, JS, then going to React. You can learn Next.js after that. I agree with that. That's probably how that's the route I'm probably gonna take with this. Sean D says, facts. Thank you, bro. No worries at all. Discord server up, yeah. The rule is, bro, once we hit 1K subscribers, the Discord server comes. So we're at 578 right now, so y'all gotta like get your friend, tell chat, just subscribe, bro, so we can get that Discord server. I'm eager, bro. I want to get that Discord server up, but y'all gotta smash the subscribe button for that. But let's just try what he just said here. So let's make a const, and then let's call it age, and then let's make a h2, and then no, I'm 19, so I'll do 19 const email. My bad, I messed that up. Const email, and then we'll do that. Another h2, we'll do another h2. Bruh, I ain't even typing properly right now. and then we'll say talha at gmail or something, at gmail.com. This is not my actual email, guys. Const user equals, and then that's when we were told to use the parentheses, and then yeah, the parentheses. Where's the parentheses? I can't even find it. Here we go. And then we do our little div. Bro, why can't I type today? Yeah, that's it. Got it. And then let's see. Wait, no. We want to change this. So we want to change this to user. Let's change this to user. Guys, engage in chat, bro. Any questions, anything you want to bring up, anything, just say it in chat. Like everyone, if I'm not answering them, maybe someone else answers them. So there's always a benefit of just everyone here talking to each other. And then let's see what we just cooked up. Awesome. Look at that, guys. Look how sick that is. Just like all I had to do was declare this once and then put this 3 times, and then look, I got all this. That's great to see.
Component inside of your project. Now, what exactly is a component? Well, you're looking at a component right here inside of this code, because this function over here, the app function, is what is known as a component. Well, a component is just a JavaScript function that returns some sort of UI or some JSX. Or if you still are used to the word HTML, it's just a JavaScript function that returns in quotes HTML, because it's not HTML, it's JSX. So what does this mean? Well, it means that, for example, I'm going to come up with some examples over here. I'm going to create 2 functions. So I'm going to create a function called getName, like this. And this function will return a string called Pedro.
100%.
And I'm going to create another function called getName component. I'm making it really obvious which one is a component and which one isn't. And this will return an h1 tag, which is JSX, and it will return the word Pedro. Now, this over here is a JavaScript function. This over here is a React component. What is the difference? Well, like I said, this returned some sort of primitive JavaScript type, or it doesn't even have to return anything. It can just be a function that doesn't return anything. But with components, you will always be returning UI stuff, such as h1 tag or divs or whatever you want. There's important stuff for you to know as well. Every component needs to start with a capital letter. So you can't create a component that starts with a lowercase letter, while in JavaScript, you can create a function that starts with a lowercase letter. But with components, you can't. So that's important for you to notice, because it's a mistake that a lot of beginners make when they're trying to create components and they don't understand why it's not working. Well, it might be because of this. Well, I'll just explain to you guys what a component is and how to create one, but I haven't really gone into too much detail about why you might want to use a component. Well, I'm letting you know right now, components are one of the most important things in React, and you will be using it throughout your whole project. The reason for this is because whenever you have some sort of piece of code that you might want to reuse it really easily, or you might want to organize it in some sort of way that will make your project not look messy, you would always do this using components. So for example, using the example that we had before, right, where we have this user thing that includes a name, an age, and an email. Well, inside of this file, I can just create a user component like this, and remember capital letter in order to be a component, and just put that this will return a div, including all of this information, right? Now, name, age, and email, it doesn't have to be a variable like I was doing before. We can just delete this like this. I'm just gonna delete all of this, and I'm just gonna put all of this inside of this div. I'll just say that there's an h1 tag, which is gonna be saying Pedro. Then there's I'm gonna do for the other ones as well. One which is my age, and it will say 21, and then one which will be my email, which will say pedro@pedro.com, right? So we now have this function called user, or this component called user, which returns this div, right? So what I can do now is, if I want to display it inside of my inside of my app component, which, if you remember, the app component is the first component that is being displayed in the website. So when you go into the website, this UI over here is what is going to be displayed. So would it work if I just came over here and called user like this, like we were doing before? Let's check it out. It doesn't, because this is not how you actually work with components. They're not variables. You can't just call them like this. With components, in order to call them, what you have to do is you have to use a specific syntax where you write component names like this, and you self-close it as if it was some sort of.
Do I have a prettier extension? No, I could get one, but this is just the one I have on my Mac. The one I have on my PC is my Windows computer is a lot better. No stream yesterday, sad emoji. No, there was no stream. I went to a wrestling event, so I did not end up getting time to stream yesterday because I went out.
HTML element, right? Now, you can make it like this as well, but not now. This is something we'll learn later on into the course. Before, most of the components you'll start in the beginning, and even later on, they're all self-closing like this. So this is how we're calling this component. And you can see that this works because over here, we're displaying the information. Now, if I want to reuse this, we can just do this many times and just paste it many times like this. And you'll see that it will be displaying all the times that we copy and paste it. Now, like I said, this is great because instead of just rewriting all this code again and again, we're just calling this function or this component 3 times, and all the code inside of that displays a user is.
No, I mean go to the four boxes on the left and type prettier. I guess we got it now. Code formatter. How do I use it though? So we can get rid of our name and all that stuff. Actually, we'll keep it for now, and then we'll define the our little mini function component thingy we have going on. So we'll call const user as he did equals, and then dude, I can't find my parentheses today. Yeah, let's do that, and then return mess up the formatting of the line, command S to say, and should format it. Sick. That's pretty sick, actually. Let's mess up a line of code. Command S. Okay, wait, anyways, I think I don't have any messed up code lines, so I think we're good for now. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. And then Talha at talha.com. And then we have our little ending semicolon, and then we close our div. I can't have any syntax errors for it to work. Command S. I don't think I have any right now, but I think the formatting is just fine anyways. Yeah, it seems fine for now. Yo guys, if you're new here, bro, please smash the subscribe button, man. We're on the road to 1K. I want to hit 600 subscribers today. So if you're new here, that would be much appreciated. We're just working on a new language, React. Never really worked on it much before, but I'm learning the fundamentals at the moment. So basically how I call the component. Dude, why do I keep hitting the shift? Yes. Okay, let's see if that worked. Let's do our command S. Maybe the extension isn't working. Yeah, it's working actually. It's right here. It's fine right now. I'm good. Okay. Okay, so look, we still have this, but we just called it this many times instead of putting it here. So let's just get rid of all this. We don't need it. Wait, what else did I get rid of? Oh, I have to get rid of this. Okay. Oh shit. Wait, no. I'm messing up. There we go. You don't have anything missed for now or not right now, so you're good. Yeah, I think that's why it's all good right now. Okay, so that's another way of
is now
doing it.
hidden inside of this component. So it makes your code look better because if, for example, we put this in a different file, now this file doesn't have to have all the logic for this. Now, as a beginner, you probably shouldn't be worried that much about making your code look beautiful or about making your code look as optimized as possible. But don't worry, because we're going to ease into working with more complicated stuff and making your project look better as we go into the course. But for now, this is amazing. Now, there's a concept I want to go over, which is extremely important. Because as you can see over here, we are reusing this user component 3 times. But there's a catch here. The thing is, it's displaying the same information for all of them, which is kind of annoying, right? Like, I don't want to see 3 like divs saying the same name, age, and email. I want to kind of change them for each user that we try to display. So how exactly would we do this? Well, you know that in functions, normal functions in JavaScript, you can just pass arguments, right? You can pass, for example, Pedro over here or something like that, right? But this is not how you do it in React with components. What you can do is you can have what is known as a prop. And a prop is just an object, so a JavaScript object that exists inside of the argument of some sort of component. So every React component will accept an argument to it, which is an object called props, like this. And this object will represent all the data that we might want to pass in to this component. So what kind of data can we pass in? Well, we can pass every kind of data we want. And how do we define it? Well, for example, if I want to pass a different name, a different age, and a different email for each kind of user, well, I can just say over here that for this user, for each user, I'll just pass a name like this, and I'll say that for the first one is Pedro. Then I'll pass an age, which I'll say that the age is, I'm going to say 21 again. And you'll see over here with strings, you can just pass it like this, but with numbers, you have to put curly braces. That's something I wanted to mention in order to get confused by it. And the last one is an email. So I can just pass an email like this and say pedro@pedro.com, right? So I'm passing these three pieces of information to this component as props. You'll know it looks kind of weird, but this is how you actually do it in React. So now we have three fields that are going to exist inside of the props object. So how will this props object look like? Well, it will look something like this. If you're familiar with JavaScript objects, this is one of the things that I assume you already know for this course, but it looks something like this. It's an object with a name that's something called Pedro. Then it has an age, which is 21. And then there is an email, which is the one that we wrote over there. So this is how the props object now is being represented inside of our component, which means that instead of manually displaying our names, our ages, and our emails, we can just say something like this, props.name, and say something like this, props.age, or for this.
So does it have to be called props? Does everyone know, or can it be any name I want? If anyone knows, let me know in chat. And then props dot age. And then so it's always props. Okay. Also, Anton, thank you for the video tutorial. Yeah, works. Works, but this time these don't. Wait, why is this getting an error? Why is this an error? Does anyone know? But use props is very because of what it is a prop. This one we can say props.email, and you'll see that since we only passed in information for the first user, you'll see that in our Chrome over here, it only displays the first user because the other ones don't actually have any information coming in from the props. But you can see it definitely worked, right? Which means that if we want to, why is this an error though? Parameter props implicitly has any type. Parameter props any quick fix. It's a TypeScript there. Got you. Call three different users. We can just copy and paste this and just pass different props for each of them. He is using it in the video. Oh, okay, okay. Makes sense. So then I'd have to make an interface. Oh, because it's app.js, I'm doing TSX, okay. But I guess it still works, it's just there's an error. So what do I do with this now? Is declared when never used. Put it above my user component. They seem pretty similar though. I don't mind. If I'm following this tutorial, I'd probably have to go with JavaScript. But is this React.ts then? Because this says React.js, but I'm not having that much of an issue though. Props of type user props. Okay, sick. Fix the error.
I can create one that is called Jake, one that is called Jessica.
On 37 uses a proper user props. Props. Oh, you mean 39?
Jake might be 29, Jessica might be 190. Jake might have an email also at pedro.co and Jessica as well. And you'll see that now it's really easy for you to rewrite code that looks different but has minimal changes to our actual code file. Components and props reduces the amount of code you have to write for more complex pieces of UI, for example, like this over here, where in normal HTML and JavaScript, we would have to maybe rewrite the div 3 times to display this 3 pieces of information. Here, we can just do something like this and just reuse the code 3 times like this and change them depending on the props that we passed. So I really want you guys to practice something like this. Before you get into the next video, I'm going to give you guys some sort of exercise that you can do on your own. And I really hope you guys understood what props, components, and JSX actually mean. If you have any questions, please leave a comment in the description. Especially with this course, I will be 100% focused on answering every single question because I really want everyone to enjoy as much as you can from this course. So please leave any comment in the comment section and I will be answering. So let's get into the exercise I want you guys to practice before going into the next episode. Okay, everyone. So the exercise I want you guys to practice is creating another component similar to the user one, but for something like job information. So I want you guys to create a component called job, and it will have 3 different props. It will have a salary prop, a position prop, and a comp.
Okay, let's do bros exercise. So we'll change this to job props. Job props. We'll change it's a name. Is it a name? No, we start with salary, which we have as a number. And then we have our position, which is a string. Feel like a kid doing this. Yo guys, if you're new here, please smash the subscribe button, man. It really helps the channel out. We on the road to 1K. I'm sorry for repeating this constantly, but we gotta hit that 600 tonight, guys. And we can't do that if y'all ain't subscribing, so. We have to change this to job. It looks like your format and save isn't working though. If I were you, I'd go Command Shift P user saying and then try to. Yeah, maybe it's not. Command Shift P. Then you said user settings. I think I have it on already. If I go on, no, I don't have it. Maybe if I close it and then restart it, then it'll work. Well, for now, let's do props.position, props.salary, my bad. We can put this here. We'll do props.salary and then props.company. Reminds me of the JB song. Can we? We Yo, that's cringy as hell, bro. What am I saying? Job. Bro, I'm gonna just rewrite the whole thing. It's just annoying. Salary equals 90K. Sure. Position equals position equals senior software development engineer, SDE, and then company Microsoft. Whoever's dream company is Microsoft. This one guy got your job. Or it's Amazon, sorry. I've always wanted to work at Amazon, actually. That'd be pretty sick to work at Amazon. What's your guys' dream company? Everyone put it in chat. Your dream company. 12,000. Junior SDE. Company Google. Salary 10,000. We got a project manager over here. Lendis. Oh, is that your startup? BlackRock. Sick. Is BlackRock the biggest company in the world? Damn, bro, dissing your favorite company. We don't diss each other, man. We can't be dissing our boys. Okay, I think that should work. Right? Yeah, I think.
Company salary. Oh, okay, everyone. Yeah, this is the solution. It's extremely similar to what we did before.
Yeah, we got the solution. We got the solution.
It's just I just tweaked a little bit the values and the props. But this is how you would do something like that.
Yo, Thopu, what's good, bro? Glad to have you back. We're just working on some React, Thopu. I'm learning React right now. Thopu, I need you to tell everyone to smash the subscribe button, bro. We're on the road to 1K.
And I'll recommend playing around with this, trying to display different information. Absolutely appreciate it if you could help you guys.
Alright, so we beat the first tutorial, so that's a W. Now we're on the second one, so let's see the second thing. So we just did components, props, itinerary
Hey guys, how's it going?
operators, lists in React, and CSS in React. So let's see what this part is. So smash the subscribe button, guys. Yeah, you guys gotta listen to him, bro. I haven't gained a subscriber on the stream yet, so we gotta at least gain one, bro. We need y'all to smash the subscribe button if you haven't already. Yes, sir. You guys gotta hit the bell icon. That's how you'll know when I'm streaming.
First, talk about how to implement CSS inside of React. And the reason why I even want to mention this and not just let it slide and assume you can figure it out on your own is because for some reason I've dealt with this. Like when I started, this was something that annoyed me, and it took me like 30 or 40 minutes to figure it out for some reason. So for that reason, I just wanted to talk about it a little bit and explain to you guys how you do it. So basically, it's not that different at all. An example I have over here is we have this. I just have my name page being displayed, and over here we have a header tag, an H1 tag, displaying my name page, right? But there's a class name which is equal to name. So what I want to explain to you guys is at the top by default, it comes with an app.css, right? I mentioned to you guys that this comes by default, right? And it already has some styling to it because if you look at what we...
So before I keep going, I just want to say this is 18 videos, so we gotta finish all of these videos. We're gonna finish. Today we'll try to do till video 5, but I want to only spend like 3 days worth of videos on just learning React so that we can get straight into building the project.
We've been doing so far. It's all been
stream for a lot longer than normal.
Centered, which is not how a website is by default. So this is how it looks by default when you install using the create react app command. So this file over here, you can simply just add any CSS as you want. I could just come over here and say .name and, for example, make the color of the text to be red. And since we are importing over here, it will work, and you'll see that now it's red. So The only thing I wanted with this is to show you guys that whenever you have a CSS file, you can just import it like this. By saying import, you don't give it a name, you just import and put the path to where that file is. Now, there's something important I wanted to tell you guys as well. There's something called CSS modules, which is a different way to write your CSS. So if you came over here and changed the name of this file from app.css to app.module.css, what this will do is it will make this file into a CSS module style sheet. So what exactly does that mean? It means that when I import, instead of importing this way, I can actually import it by saying import styles from app.modules or module.css, and then instead of declaring the strings for the class names, for example.
Yeah, honestly, guys, if you got alt accounts too, run it, bro. Just smash the subscribe button, literally. We gotta get to that 1K.
Or name directly over here. What I can do is I can treat them like objects. I could just say styles.app like this, then say something like styles.name. Now, why would you want to do this? Well, it's kind of annoying to have strings all over your website or your code. So maybe if you prefer to do something like this, it's fine. I'm actually not going to do it this way, although a lot of people do it this way. You see that it still works, even though we're doing it this method. So you can see it works. I'll just follow the normal way you use CSS because it's what I'm used to. And but I just wanted to point this out because a lot of people see this as well when they're coding in React. So this is the basics of how to use CSS in React. Now let's get into some more interesting stuff, such as how to conditionally render in React. Okay, so let's start talking about conditional rendering in React. So like I mentioned when I started this course, I'm assuming you know some stuff from JavaScript, but I'll just do a really quick recap on the ternary operator, which is a concept in JavaScript which allows you to write if statements without actually writing if statements, right? So you know if
Surya Teja Ithapaka, this topu bro. Yeah, bro, he been an OG, man. Also, Surya, if you're new, bro, smash the subscribe button, bro. As Thopu said, I'm pretty sure Thopu got an internship just from subscribing. So, yeah, we give daily tips. Oh, we got our subscriber. Someone made an alt account and subscribed, so that's a W. or did someone new subscribe? I'm not too sure. Oh, I think Thopu smashed the subscribe button with his alt account. Yeah, bro, we gotta get to that 800 or 600, sorry, so we can hit that 1K goal. But yeah, Thopu a G, bro.
Statements are used for conditionals when you say something like if this then that, but there's a shorthand notation which is way more useful when you have situations where you don't like want to use multiple lines. So this is an example that just demonstrates what can be done. So for example, imagine we have a variable called age, and we want to console log the text is over age if it is over 18, and console log is under age if it is under 18. Well, if we're using an if else statement, we do it this way.
I smashed it, bro. Let's go, bro. That's what I like to hear. I like to hear that subscribe button been smashed, bro. We gotta break it.
But we could use, instead of this, just a ternary operator and say something like if age is greater than or equal to 18, then we want to console log the text, right? I'll just write whatever here. But else, we want to console log.
I've done this in Java.
Something else, right? Now, I'm not going to finish writing this because it's redundant, but you can see that this serves as an if and this serves as an else. And this is really important. There's also the double ampersand, which serves as kind of like, if something is true, then do this, right? And I'm not going to go too much in depth about this because this is something that you should have learned in JavaScript, but it will be super important when you're working with React. And I'll show you guys exactly why that is important. If we have some text over here where we want to display based on some sort of condition, we can do that very easily by using conditional render. So the most simplest way to conditionally render in React is by actually having an if statement. For example, if I create this variable called age over here, like I mentioned, and set it equal to 15, I can just come over here and say if age is greater than or equal to 18, then return an h1 tag. I'll just make an h1 tag, a header tag that says over age. And if it's under 18, I want to say under age, right? Now it's 15, so you can see it will say over age. And then else, over here, else, we just return whatever is down here. Now it's 15, so you can see it will say over age. And then else, over here, I want to say under age, right? Now it's 15, so you can see it will say over age. And then else, over here, else, we just return whatever is down here. And we say that the person is under age, right? You'll see that by this logic.
So let's try that real quick. So where do we put this stuff? Let's take this out. So we'll do const age equals, let's do 30. Let's use a different example from him, and then do if age. Try making short vids or YT shorts, bro. That should bring in new subscribers. Hi Surya, thanks for subscribing, man. I appreciate y'all. Oh, is Surya you, Thobu? No. Is that you? Bro, are y'all the same person? I'm just working on learning React right now. I'm not building anything. I'm just like learning the different components. Let's do, yeah, if age is greater than 20, that works too. I'm not sure if I can actually declare this. Yeah, I can't declare this because this is what I'm returning. I have to declare it here. Const age equals 30. And then we'll do if age is greater than 30. We'll return, yeah, well, let's do that. And then else, and then we'll do this. We'll do all this with the else. Wait, why can't I do this? Why can I not do this? Does anyone know? Yeah, I'm sorry. Damn, bro, you edged me. Does anyone know what's going wrong here? I have an error here too. Oh yes, my bad. That's on me. And I never closed the if statement, so that is definitely on me. So let's see if this worked. So it didn't work. No, it stuck to this. Yeah, it stuck to this, but if I do less than, it's not changing anything. Oh, because he's equal to 30. Okay, got it. A misplaced semicolon. Oh yeah, whoops, you're right, my bad. If it's a red underline, it's a syntax error. Yeah, I got it. We got it. We got it, boys. Yesterday's video hit 1K views. That's a W. That's a W in chat. We about to put a W in chat for that. Would it be better if I put like little music in the stream just to like keep it like more fun to watch? Or I don't know, what do you guys think?
It should be displaying that the person is underage. But if we change this to 19, which is obviously overage, it will now say overage. So you can see we are conditionally changing what the UI is being shown, depending on some sort of condition, which is in this case, if the number 19 is greater than the number 18. Now, like I said, ternary operators can make this look way better because we're currently having an if statement. If statements aren't bad in itself, right? If you're going to use an if statement, I wouldn't even put an else over here. I would just do something like this because it's still, since you're returning something, it will still work the same way. But in this case, I would much rather do something different. I would just remove this over here, and down here, directly inside of one return statement, I would just put some JavaScript code using ternary operators that will display the different pieces of information. For example, I can come over here and say, if age is greater than or equal to 18, then I want to display an h1 tag that says over age, right? But else, if it's not, if this condition is false, then I want to display something else. I want to display another h1 tag that says under age. And you'll see that in a single line, we're able to do the same thing that we were doing with all of those lines before. And because of how React mixes your JavaScript logic with how your UI is being displayed, this works perfectly, right? It says over age because 19 is over age, but if I put 17, now it will say under age. Like I said, there's other ways in which you can conditionally render stuff. For example, you can use a double ampersand, which is just an if statement, not an if else statement. And an example for that would be if we had some sort of actual Boolean here. Let me say something like is green. And this is actually a good example because this example will show you guys another way to use CSS in React that I didn't mention in the previous segment of this video.
Alright, so let me just get rid of all this. Sorry, not everything. We ain't trying to get rid of everything. But I'm gonna turn Copilot off, bro. Copilot be annoying as hell sometimes. So we'll do his thing, const age equals 17. Const is green equals false. No, apparently we're returning something. What are we returning? Div class name equals. Bro, I'm actually so annoyed, bro. Shift div class name equals app. Why am I so bad at writing code right now? So here's an idea. One day you should do a stream where you connect with the people either through chat or call and tell them your goals about getting. So I'll look into that. I'm a LinkedIn demon right now, connecting with every software engineer on the planet. Bro is on demon time right now. I like that. We hit 580, boys. We hit 580. We're just 20 away from that 600 for the day. And I think we can definitely hit it. I actually think we definitely can. Dude, where am I getting all these errors from? Holy. We gotta do the command S shit, bro. Age is greater than 18. Greater than or equal to 18. If age is greater than or equal to 18, then the question mark means that you do this if the if statement is correct. Bro, I'm actually fucking pissed, bro. Oh my god. Here. Over age. And else H1 under age. Dude, this is so annoying to write. You guys actually don't understand how annoying this is to write. Like, it's actually frustrating. Okay. Then we go sorry. Dude, how? Oh my god, man. Where'd this come from? That was the most frustrating piece of code I've ever written. Like a networking stream where you write cold emails, maintain the network database, track your applications. Honestly, sure, bro. I might do that. I might do that soon, but we gotta get like a lot of viewers, then I feel like then it would work pretty well. Or it'd be fun to do. Bro, why do I have an error? So this is not. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, bro. Every single typo in the world has been hit. I've hit every single typo. But yeah, no, I'll definitely try that.
In this example, think of this is green as a boolean that starts that is false. But if it's
Also, we're
true,
about to
then
hit 100 viewers. We're 6 views away, so that's sick again, bro. We're doing really well today.
it will make the text being displayed become green, right? So that's the whole point of it. If it's not, then the text will remain the same. So how could we do something like this? And which text are we talking about? Well, I'm going to create a text over here, which is going to say something like, this has color. It's just a random text, but you can see that it will always appear no matter what down over here. And if we want to add some sort of styling to it, we can either edit by using the CSS file, like I mentioned previously in this video, or you can actually directly add some styles to your individual elements. Now, styling like this, inline styling like this, already exists in normal HTML. However, the difference here is that you're actually going to be using objects to do something like this.
It's okay, man. It's the web dev life. Our identity is error messages. Honestly, man. This
So
is
it's
so
a bit
annoying.
different. So the way we do it is we declare a style property into whatever HTML or JSX element we're going to be altering the style for. And then over here, we just put another curly brace because it is an object. And what we put over here is all the different styles we want to add to this element. We can add, for example, color, and it already has autocomplete for us, which is amazing, right? There's like so many things we can add to style this element, but in our case, we only want color. I also want to point out that in normal CSS, like over here, if I want to say color red, I can just say color red. But since this is JavaScript, it's not actual CSS that we're writing inside this object. If I want to say color red, I have to put red inside of a string, right? I'm just pointing this out because it's small things that can confuse you if you're working on your own, and I just want to point them out now so that you don't make a mistake whenever you're working on your own. Now, another thing I want to point out is that when you have some sort of style that includes a hyphen, so like something like background color, instead of saying background hyphen color, you gotta say background color like this, right? So that's basically it for inline styling. The only style that we want to know over here is the color one, which is we set by default to be red, and you can see it displays the color red. Now, what I want to show you guys is how we integrate this Boolean to be part of this color definition, right? How can we say that if is green is true, then make this color green, but if green is false, make it red? Well, by just using the ternary operator that we created over here, we could just do something like this. If is green is true, then we make this green. But if it's false, we make it red. You see, this one-line logic over here can have a great impact on how your website can look like. So right now it's red, but if we turn this to true, now it will be green, right? And this is really cool because later on you'll see how we can.
So let's do that as well real quick. Let's do that real quick. H1, okay. I'm gonna calm down now. I'm gonna relax. Style equal. I have to look at my screen while typing. That's how annoying web dev can be, because if you're not looking, then it's just like you don't know what you type in, bro. Look, like where'd this? Oh, never mind. That's just me. Color is green is true. Then we do green, and else if it's false we do red. And then we close that. No, do we close that? This has color. So where's our issue coming? Do you guys know why I'm getting this error? What did I do? Maybe it's because it's TypeScript. No, it can't be. Why is this getting an error? This code was written in React TypeScript. This is the code. Yeah, I could refer to the documentation. React documentation. React has this cool project where you build tic-tac-toe games. Incorrect closing quotation. Oh. Here. Choose learn by doing. Wait, I'll choose that. Just 1 second. Oh, and I wasn't even supposed to put this. Now it should work. Look, if it wasn't for GPT, I'd be struggling with this right now. Learn by doing. You said what? Learn by doing? Choose learn. Where is that? Learn by doing. Try React. Where is it? I can't find the learn by doing. Learn React. Oh, learn by doing practice tutorial. It's pretty sick. For now, I'll look into that. For now, I'll stick to this video because we're also just kind of halfway into this, and I like the way he's doing it. But we'll look into it.
Use this kind of logic to make your website look really cool, and not actually be manually altering what the value of this variable looks like. So this is basically it for conditionals. Like I said, you can use the double ampersand to just do an if statement instead of an if else. An example would be saying like is green over here, and if is green, then I want to just display I don't know a button, right? A button that says something like this is a button. Now this example is kind of dumb, but all this is doing is it's showing you that this is an if statement. If is green is true, then we show the button, but if we set it to false, then we don't show the button, right? So I'm just showing you guys some very simple logic that you can integrate into your projects, and that will be really
what does it say?
What the value of this variable looks like. So this is basically it for conditionals. Like I said, you can use the double ampersand to just do an if statement instead of an if else. An example would be saying like is green over here, and if is green, then I want to.
Yeah, I'll probably do that then, Tobu. Maybe, yeah, that's probably the move.
Just display, I don't know,
We hit
a button, right? A button
views,
that says
boys.
something like
That's sick.
this is a button. Now this example is.
Wait, I missed this part again.
And not actually be manually altering what the value of this variable looks like. So this is basically it for conditionals. Like I said, you can use the double ampersand to just do an if statement instead of an if else. An example would be saying like is green over here, and if is green, then I want to just display I don't know a button, right? A button that says something like this is a button. Now this example is kind of dumb, but all this is doing is.
So that's how we make a button. So let's try that too. Okay, let's go. Is green. Then we'll do and then we'll do our button. Click this. We'll do that. And then yeah. So this is if it's green. So let's change this to true. And then let's see what that does. So if you guys are new here, bro, smash that subscribe button, bro. We're learning some React right now. Really appreciate it. We want to hit 800 subscribers today. I will start doing the short form content, but my main goal with this YouTube channel is to help guide to get to an internship. So that's what I usually focus on in my free time at the moment, like applying and stuff. But yeah. So let's see, let's go back. This tutorial is sick.
Showing you that this is an if is green is true, then we show the button, but if we set it to false, then we don't show the button, right? So I'm just showing you guys some very simple logic that you can integrate into your projects, and that will be really useful later on. Now, what we're going to talk next in this video is about how to use the lists in React. The reason why I want to mention this specifically is because lists are extremely important in a complex website, especially websites that.
We got some lists now. Let's go.
You use React to create. We're going to be using them so much throughout this course that I really need to already point you guys in the right direction so you guys already start getting used to it. So let's start working with lists right now. So in order to work with lists or arrays in React, I'm just going to have this really quick example over here, which we're going to be working with throughout this next part of this video. So I created an array called names, and the array is just an array of strings where it just includes names, name of people.
Alright, so let's just cook up this thing that he wants us to do. fonts names equals Billy, Bob, Joe. And then I guess I'll put my name at the start because I'm just him. Yo, where is everyone, bro? Today we kind of been a dead stream, man. Like we had some initial engagement, but no one's here right now, so I'm kind of sad. I miss my peeps. If you guys are here, bro, talk to me, man. I'm trying to talk to y'all. John. Talha, Billy, Bob, Joe, John. What a friend group, eh? That's a friend group and a half, if you ask me. Shelly, I'm here trying to fix my file organizer Python code right now. Dude, honestly, I vouch for that, man. If you guys join stream and just working on your own stuff, that makes me feel good too. So I like that we're all just working together in a sense. So that's pretty sick.
Which just includes names of people, right? So we have Pedro, Jake, Jessica, Mike, and Dustin. So what I want to do is I want to display the name of each of those people in a very easy way without having to repeatedly write each of those names, right? For example, if I'm being lazy in some sense, I could just come over here, write an h1 tag, and I could just say, for example, that I want to display the first element in the names array, right? It's saying something like names 0. And you'll see that this works. It definitely works. It says Pedro. If I do names 1, it will show Jake, as you can see over here, and so on, right? However, I don't really want to display each of them like this, like putting each of them individually, because that's stupid. That would take forever, especially if it is a big array. What I want to do is I want to use this array and tell it, basically say that we want to loop through this whole array, and for each of those elements, I want to display something else. Now, this is where I assume you know some of JavaScript as well. The basic stuff that I assume is that you know some of the JavaScript array functions. So we have some functions. For example, we have for each, right? You can say something like names.for each.
This is kind of like Swift when I used to work on Swift. Yeah, we'll loop through the let's loop through.
And that serves to loop through each element and, I don't know, do something for each of those elements. We also have map, we have filter, we have reduce. We have so many different functions that you can use with arrays. I would definitely recommend practicing or learning at least some of them because they're going to be really important. One of the most important ones for us in React is the map function. Why exactly is the map function important? Well, because with the map function, you grab an array, and for each of those elements, you can change a part of it, right? You can change something in each of those elements. And why is that important? Because if we want to display each of those elements in some sort of UI form inside of our project, we can very easily do that by just coming over here and saying names.
Yeah, that's what it formats the code.
Then .map, and the map function, it requires that you pass over here a callback function. So a callback function is just an anonymous function like this, a function that has no name, that exists as a return, like as an action after you call this map function. You can grab a value and a key, right? The key is just, for example, the index of each of the elements. So for this element, the key will be 0. For this one, it will be 1, right? It's just the index in the array. The value is the actual value of it, right? So for the first element, the value will be Pedro. The second one, it will be Jake. The third one will be Jessica. Obviously, we're not going to call it value and key. You can actually call it key if you want to. But what I'm going to call this over here is name. And just to make it make sense with the data that we're working with. And what I want to do is for each of the elements in this array, I want to return some sort of HTML, some sort of JSX, and I want to return an h1 tag, which means that it's going to loop through each of these elements, and for each of the elements, it's going to create an independent h1 tag. Now, what I want to display inside of this h1 tag? Well, I want to display the name, right? I want to display whatever is over here. Now, never forget that whenever you're inside two JSX or HTML tags, you always have to use curly braces to declare your JavaScript. And also, one thing that's kind of annoying with React is the fact that whenever you're looping like this, it will always require that you use the key in some way or another. So what you can do is you can just pass this key property over here to remove an annoying warning that always comes with React. It's not important for you to know why you have to do this right now. And trust me when I say it's not important for you to know, it's just it will take unnecessary space in your brain when you're learning so many things in the beginning. So just know that to remove that warning, you can put this over here. You can also not do anything with this key at all, and it should be fine as well. But the important thing is that now, if you come over here, we are displaying each of the elements in our screen, anything with this key at all, and it should be fine as well.
Let's look at this. Let's try this ourselves. Let's see. So names, this is very similar to Swift. Not directly similar, but kind of. Name. Dude, I'm really tired today. I'm getting sleepy. I'm getting very sleepy for some reason. It's not good. That's why I need you guys to engage with me in chat, man. I need people to talk to. Return h1 key equals key return. Hi, programming with Roki. Hey Roki. Nice to meet you, man. Is this your first time tuning into stream? Name, and then let's do H1. Oh wait, that's my bad. Wait, why do I have two H1s? What am I doing? Why is it not letting me do the name thing? I just crossed out name by itself. Oh, names. That's what it's called. Kitty. Okay, we gotta figure out what's going wrong. Yes, this is first time. Sick, bro, sick. Do you have a channel or anything? Or, because I see you have like a programming with Roki name. Also, if it's your first time, bro, if you could smash the subscribe button, that would be sick, bro. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers very soon, so it'd be very helpful. Return H1 key equals key names H. I don't know where the error is then. Cannot find name key. Oh, yes. Wait. Unexpected token. Quick fix. What has happened here? Oh, with syntax shit, I just give this to GPT, bro. I don't even like. Why am I Stone? Is that React? I only really use Node and pure HTML. Yes, I'm confused. Yeah, it is React, Stone man. I like getting in there. This is my first time using React as well. I'm just trying to learn React right now. So, to show people like the skill of like, or no, sorry, like the experience of learning a new language. Yo guys, you gotta engage in chat, bro. I gotta talk to y'all. Sorry about that, guys. I just took a quick break because my head is just out of it right now. The error in your code is due to syntax in the map function. The correct way to use map includes properly defining the parameters and fixing the key attributes. Bro, how did I not properly define the parameters? What did I do? I guess I just couldn't use the word key. But he did that. I don't know why I couldn't use key. But it showed up here. Let's see what happened. Other than that, nothing. Parameter not map. Use name for each item and then an index for the key. I guess that was the reason then.
The important thing is that now, if you come over here, we are displaying each of the elements in our screen, which is amazing, right? If I add another person over here, for example, Lucas, it should now display Lucas as well inside of our website. So this is the basics of actually looping through an array. Now, what are some more complicated ways you can do something like this? Well, usually when you're working with data, you work with objects, right? And objects can exist inside of arrays. For example, if you have a list of users that you get from some sort of database, it's going to be a list of objects, right? So I'm going to create an example over here where we have information about each of the users, and we just want to display those information for each of the users inside of our website. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, everyone. So to make it simple, I removed half of the people in the list, and I only have 3 of them, so we can just work with 3 of them. And I created for each of them an object that only contains 2 different fields, a name and an age, right? So this is a list of users, as you can see.
Damn,
and this example is really cool.
This guy whole switched up on me, bro. He just changed everything. So we can do that as well. So let's do name Talha. Dude, why does it keep oh, he changed it to users. It just crosses out when I use name. It's like, nope, you ain't using name. Age 19. Yeah, let's do that. I love how I just gave a bunch of Muslim names as soon as I put my name. That's funny. Thank the Lord for GPT, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Such a useful tool. Where is the chat, bros? Where is everyone right now? Legend, yeah, React is great. Oh shit, I got errors now. The fuck? The screen should indicate it's likely due to a synonym formatting issue in your code rather than name property. Define the array of objects map over the array. I mean, we can, yeah, let's just change the code to that.
Cool, because you guys will see how easy it is to work with objects inside of arrays in React. So what I want to do is I want to look through each of these users, and I want to display a div that includes a name and an age. So To do that, we can do the exact same thing as we did before. Obviously, our array has a different name now, so we'll change to users instead of names. And instead of returning an h1 tag, we're going to return a div tag, right? Because it will include multiple pieces of information. Also, I need to change this name variable over here to user because it makes more sense, right? We're not just displaying a name in each element in the array. Now we have an object containing two different pieces of information about the user. So could we just do something like this and just display the user info like this? No, it will break. Actually, it won't display absolutely anything because user is an object and not a string like it was before. So if we want to display both the name and the age, I would have to do something like user.name and user.age. And you'll see that now what it's doing is it's actually returning the correct information in our screen. Now, one cool thing that we can do is instead of just displaying the div like this, we could actually use what we learned in the previous episode and create a component for the user. We could come over here and just simply returning the correct information in our screen.
Oh, I think I got rid of the import.
Now, one cool thing that we can do is instead of just displaying the div like this, we can actually use what we learned in the previous episode and create a component for the user. We could come over here and just similar to what we did before, if we want to create a component, I can just call it, for example, user, and it's just a function, a normal function in React that returns some sort of JSX. Now, what JSX are we going to return? Well, we're going to return this div, which includes both a username and age, right? Now, that information we're going to grab from the props. If you recall, that's what we usually do when we have components. So instead of saying user.name, we say props.name and props.age. Now, how exactly are we going to grab the name and the age from props? Well, now instead of saying that we're returning a div for each of the elements in the user's array, we're going to be returning the user component. And the user component will now have a name prop, which its value will be user.name. And it will have an age prop, which its value is going to
return. Why not just include the scripts in the HTML? I mean, React is good for dynamic sites, but for sites that doesn't need to update constantly, just use reg.js plus HTML. I guess in that sense, you are correct.
going to be in user for age. Now, how exactly?
I'm gonna have to make that interface again. Bro, I'm trolling with the syntax, bro. Return. Dude, I don't know why. I'm just like, you know those days where you're just really tired? Today I'm just extremely tired for some reason. I'm just extremely tired. But we're gonna keep going, bro, because that's the grind. Can't quit. Cannot quit. And then we have to do the interface. User props. And then we'll do user props right here. Sick. And then yeah, we can get rid of this. Sorry, for the div, I mean, based off what this did.
It looks a lot cleaner if we do something like this.
Yeah, we could just get rid of all this then. Let's get rid of all this. And then, yeah, let's just do that. That's what we return. Oh, wait, can I not return?
And it still works, right? It works perfectly.
Wait, why is it an error if I write return?
We'll have a name prop, which its value will be user.name. and it will have an age prop, which its value is going to be user.age. And you can see that
Maybe it's because of the key, because I don't need the key. Return. I'm not sure why that's an error, but if it works without it, I guess who am I to say anything?
it looks a lot cleaner if we do something like this, and it still works.
Why does this not
right,
have any spaces though?
Is going to be user.age. And you can see that it looks a lot cleaner if we do something like we'll have an age prop, which its value is going to be user.age. And you can see that it looks a lot cleaner if we do something like this, and it still works.
So confused. Why? Okay, now.
Right. You usually create different files for different components. I'm going to go over more about.
Okay, yeah, I guess that caused this space. Because, okay, yeah, instead of just doing, I mean, I guess this is the main difference. It just doesn't add the space. I don't know what the logic is behind that, but
Project structure later on in the course, but for now, just know that when you're going to create a new component, you should be creating a file for it. So let's create this file called user.js, which is going to contain the user component. So all we have to do is we just have to copy this user component over here and literally just paste it over here.
So he's saying that we gotta make a new file, call it user.tsx, sorry. User.tsx. And then we take our user thing that we used in this, all this, and all we gotta do is paste it like that. It's weird like that. If you want it on the next line, you need to add essentially a space.
Now, how are we going to access this inside of the app.js? Because right now we are calling the user component, but it's breaking because it doesn't know what user is because user exists in a different file. So the way we do this is we just export this component in this file. And in our app.js at the top, we'll just say import from, and we put the path towards that component, which is in the user file, just like this, because the user file is over here. And we just grab the user.
Wait, what did it say? Export
This component.
Okay. Wait, do I just say it for the whole thing, or like do I just go like export and then this whole thing gets exported, or not too sure. I think everything gets exported. I'm not sure. And then we just do the import thing.
Component in the component. Now it should be user file, just like this, because the user file is over here.
Import from /user. Okay, sick.
Here, and we just grab the user component like this. And if we
And then I guess I have to do it for both then. I'd have to do export. Sorry, export. And now the error is gone. Yeah.
if we save this, now it should be working like before, but instead of having
Yep, it works like before.
everything in the same file, it now exists inside of a different file. I like doing it this way. It makes code look easier and better. And yeah, it's just the standard pattern in React. So this is basically it for this video. I know this is actually a lot of information, and I thought about making my videos into really small videos.
Just said no, you need to export the component, not the interface. My bad, G, my bad. I think so. If I don't export the interface, do I get an error or is it fine? Like if I just did this, am I still chilling or am I gonna get an error? No, I'm good. Okay, thanks.
one for each topic, but I don't like that idea. I don't personally love that. I like videos where you're able to work with a lot of stuff, but at the same time, I don't want to overcomplicate each video. So the middle ground is making this medium length videos for each episode where I go over a few different topics which are kind of related to each other. So let me know what you think. I'm gonna give you guys some exercises at the end of this video right now, so you can practice on your own. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And yeah, that's basically it. So let's get into the exercise. Okay, so for the
I'm just gonna mentally like say what the answer is for the
exercise, what I want you guys to do is I have this list of planets over here. It doesn't include all the planets in our solar system, but it's just a section of it that I wanted to show you guys. But basically, what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to write code for looping through each of these planets and displaying their names, just their names. But for each of those planets, I only want you to display their names if they are a gas planet. So if you guys don't know, only I think 4 planets are gas planets, and some of them are over here, like 3 of them are over here. And I want you guys to display only the gas planets names over here, right, as a list. So how you should do this? Well,
oh, nice. You only export what you need in another file. If you need the interface in another file, you can export it, but since you only need the component, it doesn't really matter if you export it. Sounds good.
Just do exactly how we did before, loop through this list, then use ternary operators, which we learned in the beginning of this video, in order to decide which ones you should show and which ones you shouldn't. And then if you want, you can also, it will be in the description, right? So you can just check it out. But as you can see, we just loop through each of the planets. And for each planet, we just ask, okay, if the planet.is a gas planet is true, then return an h1 tag displaying the name of the planet. And as you can see, this is exactly what happens in our screen. As you can see, we just loop through each of the planets. And for each planet, we just ask, okay, if the planet.is a gas planet is true, then return an h1 tag displaying the name of the planet. And as you can see, this is exactly what happens in our screen. However, if we want to use ternary operators to do this instead, it would actually look a lot better. We can actually, so this is equally valid, as you can see over here. This code over here is equally correct. And after, instead of, we can actually happens in our screen. However, if we want to use ternary operators to do this instead, it would actually look a lot better. We don't even need to use this return over here, and we don't need to use an if statement. Instead of using this curly braces, you can actually just return directly some JSX right after the arrow function. So this is equally valid, as you can see over here. This code over here is equally correct. Instead of actually putting curly braces and saying return, we can actually just return like this. And instead of using an if statement, we could just use something like a ternary operator, right? We can say if the planet.is gas planet, then display this, right? Something like this. And this would still work. As you can see, it still only displays the correct information. We could do the opposite as well. We can say if it's not a gas planet, then display the name, and you can see the other 3 planets that are not gas planets will be displayed in our screen. So that's basically it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like down below and comment what you want to see next. Subscribe because I'm posting probably 3 times a week for this course, and I would
Let's do that with the age instead. Like we'll make it if age is greater than something, a certain age, then we'll like that we could do that with this list that we have here. Maybe. Yeah, I think we can try that. Let's just quickly do that. I guess the video is done, but we'll try our own little exercise. So age is, I want to go back to the ternary operator thing that I think that was, where is it? Yeah, here. Do I have to put that in? I guess I'd have to, right? Age greater than or equal to 20. Yeah, something like this. Then we do this. Wait. Why can't I do that? If I just wanted to display anyone over the age of 20, age greater than or equal to 20, like how he did in the end. Yeah, why not? Why can't I do that? 20. Yeah. I guess I wouldn't even do that. I'd just do I don't think I could really do a ternary operator. I would just do if age greater than 20, greater than equal to 20, and then I would just do this. Yeah, if age greater than equal to 20, then h1 h1 people.name, I guess. Yeah. Like that. Why is it bugging? You think I had it but was missing a bracket? For which one? Expression expected. Maybe, I think I'm missing a bracket then. Why would the tuner? Maybe, but why doesn't this one work? This should work as well. Maybe because I have to do return. We'll try the ternary operator as well. Damn, bro, I'm sleepy for some reason. Whew. I guess I had to put the key equals index thing. I don't know why I have to do that though, but. Oh, I didn't even put the person.age thing. Cannot find name index? What? Bro, something tripping, bro. Maybe the brackets are still tripping. I'll use over if statement in general. I think it's better practice and more readable. Yeah, I agree. But it is wrapped in the curly braces properly. I don't even know what's going wrong here. I don't even know what went wrong. Well, let's try the ternary operators. So if I get rid of the null thing, do I have to do the null thing though? I guess I did kind of have a person though. Yeah, it was just the brackets thing. Sick. Yeah, so I just do person.age is greater than or equal to 20. Else key equals index person name. Sick. So then, yeah, I just want to revisit what we did for this one again. So name equals user.name, and then age equals user.age. And that's like for any, like, I guess, I don't know though, what's the benefit of making a component for this? Is it just more readable code? I guess it's just more readable code. Yeah, you go users.map, name equals user. So it just displays it. But before that, we were just doing some ugly way of doing it. Yeah, so this just makes it easier. No, I don't even think we did the age thing without the
it was before. So if we want to display both the name and what it's doing is instead of just displaying the div like this,
yeah. Got it. Cool.
we can actually use what we learned in the previous episode, that information name and props.age. Now, we're going to be returning the user component. And it still works, right? It works perfectly. And we're using what we learned in the previous.
So let me just try to write the user stuff one more time, and then I'll probably call it a day for today. So we return. I don't think I need to write the return thing. I don't think I need to. Maybe, I guess it's good practice. I feel like because it's TypeScript, it's a little different. User name equals user.age. Okay, no, in this case it's person. Name equals person.age. And then age equals person.age. And then for some reason it makes me do the key index thing every time. So I have to do that. Which I didn't even think I had to before, but apparently I do. It doesn't even display it, and that's the weird part. Oh, sorry, name. Person.name. Sick, got it. Yeah, so I guess I just don't have to put the return stuff. And yeah. And I don't have to put a curly bracket like this either. That's the benefit. I guess that's the difference in TypeScript. So I just do it like this. And then yeah, everything's displayed here. Yeah, that's what I was coming to as well. You're right. I mean, you've worked with React before, but I guess this tutorial is for JavaScript, so it's kind of confusing writing everything, especially when you're trying to write it in TypeScript and stuff, but it's still a really good tutorial. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to call it for today. I'm just going to save everything in here. But yeah, I have autosave on anyway, so I don't think it matters. But yeah, I think I'm going to call it for today. It was a 2-hour stream, and I'm kind of tired. But yeah, it was fun, man. Learning React is fun. Learning new language is always fun. But yeah, we are at 583 subscribers, guys. I want to hit 600 by tonight. So if this is your first time watching, if you're not subscribed, bro, smash the subscribe button. We are on the road to 1K. We are over halfway there in 14 days, which is insane. And last video hit 1K views. This video should pop off as well, hopefully. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna call it a day for today. But peace, legend. Anyone else watching, if you want to say bye, you can say bye. If you got any questions, I'm here for like one more minute. So any questions you guys got, just hit me with them. If not, then I'm gonna call it a day. So I'll just wait a little bit if I get any questions. But yeah. Yeah, hope you're having a good time with React. It's fun when you get into it. Yeah, for sure, bro. 100%. It's really fun. I'm actually really enjoying it right now. Although I was kind of tired today, but that was pretty fun. Yeah, guys, I think no one else is currently yeah, in chat right now, so I think I'm gonna call it a day. If you guys see this later, have a beautiful day. Whoever is watching, I hope you guys the most success, and hopefully we all get internships if that is your goal. And if that isn't your goal, whatever your goal is, I hope everyone achieves. But for me, for today, it was an amazing stream, guys. But I think I'm gonna call it.